and you can plop your fantasy football questions right into that chat, and we will get to them for you. Joining us right now on Folsom Lake Honda Hotline, Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop, our friend and fantasy football expert. His name is KC Joyner. You can check him out, footballscientist.com. He also works for The Athletic. KC will absolutely be doing the blog tonight during the game, so you want to check out that as well. KC, as always, we appreciate your time. I go right to the YouTube channel. Christopher Ryan asks for his flex, Eli Mitchell or George Pickens?
Eli Mitchell's getting half the carries on that offense. In fact, the 49ers have come out and basically said, look, we're going to make this a platoon carry-wise. We're going to go ahead and have these two carries so we can not wear CMC down in the running game. We can get his usage there, but we want to make sure we can use him a lot in the passing game. So I'm looking at him as a platoon back, and I'll take a platoon back in that offense over Pickens.
Ramie in Midtown has a question. Every week, this Ramie in Midtown, I don't know who this guy is. He needs two of these receivers he needs one of these running backs. Najee Harris, Elijah Mitchell, or Kenyon Drake. One of those running backs.
Najee Mitchell or Kenyon Drake. I'm probably going to go Najee. They're moving Najee. Used to be bell cow back. Right now, I'm considering him a lead back, and they're trending towards maybe even almost making it a platoon. And it has to do, evidently, that he's dealing with some sort of knee issue, and not enough to keep him out, but enough to slow him down. So talk about the bad blocking, but it might just be Harris being worn down. Not so sold on Drake. And again, like Mitchell a lot in that matchup, I think the 49ers are going to score a lot of points there, and that's a perfect use for him, too. Let him just pound the ball on the ground, so I'm liking Mitchell a little bit.
Were you surprised by the split in carries for Mitchell and McCaffrey? And Mitchell actually getting 4 more, and does that worry you if you're a McCaffrey owner?
Nope, not at all, because what they want to do, I think they want to – if McCaffrey has, as great as he is running the ball, you can replicate his production in the ground game. As long as you're getting good blocking, you got backs who make good reads, you can get good production there. You can't replicate what he does in the passing game the same way with other people. So I think they had a plan all along to say, we want to use his rushing ability, but we'd rather get his wear and tear out in the passing game. So no, and it doesn't worry me at all. As long as he's getting 15-plus touches a game and he's getting him in high in spots where he can score touchdowns, I have no concerns about CMC.
KC Joyner is with us here on Cattles and Ramie, Sactown Sports. Back to the YouTube channel again. You can plop your fantasy football question into the YouTube chat window, youtube.com, Sactown Sports 1140. Don't forget to like us when you're there. Give us the thumbs up. Also, you can text us at 916-339-1140. Joe asks, and this is a question I think a lot of people have, KC, about Justin Fields. Is he now safe? Lock him in as a QB1 the rest of this season?
I would think so. The Bears have rushed for an NFL record 225 yards in 5 straight games, and they've got a chance to become the first team since the 72 Steelers to rush for 200 or more yards in 6 straight games. He's the reason why I like their matchups here. But the only thing is, this week, the Falcons, he might be able to throw the ball a bit more because they've got a matchup points total I do for my subscribers for my Patriots, 1 to 100 with 100 being the best. The Bears 72 matchup points this week in the passing game. He might actually have throw a couple touchdown passes too. So yeah, definitely putting him in. The only guy I got rated ahead of him this week is Hurts.
Couple of questions here on the text line. You can text your questions in 916-339-1140. Gus Edwards or Damian Harris?
Gus Edwards. I like the matchup for Gus Edwards, and Harris is going to get the carries. But right now, Ramondre Stevenson has 60% of the carries inside the 5-yard line for the Patriots. I think that continues. If you don't give Harris goal line carries, I don't think he gets enough production to have him in the lineup.
Another text question. Receivers are Garrett Wilson, Jerry Jeudy, and Devontae Adams. Do I need to hit the waiver wire?
Maybe Judy's banged up, so it's possible. I do like Wilson this week. He did fine against the Patriots last time. The problem against the Patriots was the Jets last time because their tight end did well and Wilson did well. The problem for them was Wilson threw the interceptions. I think he's not going to throw the interceptions. I still think they can move the ball through the air in that matchup. I'm not worried about him.
All right, we got KC Joyner here on the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. We have a phone call. We're not going to go to the phone call just in case there's a technical issue. We want to keep it safe here. So I'm going to ask. We do have a Joseph on the phone, but Joseph wants to ask you, KC, Everett or Kittle in a 1.5 PPR league?
Everett or Kittle's just, I got him in one league. It's just killing you. But on that matchup points total, 92 matchup points this week. The Cardinals are the worst team in the league in covering tight ends. I believe it's 20.4 points per game over the past 4 games to tight ends. I definitely want to get Kittle over the lineup because I think the slump ends this week.
Nick, I know how much you hate it when Ramie asks 2 questions, but this Ramie in Midtown is just insisting.
He's insufferable.
He's insufferable. He needs to pick up a quarterback this week, just for this week. He's looking at Mariota, Mills, Tannehill, or do I jump on the Matt Ryan bandwagon?
They'll run the ball a lot.
I mean, does he jump on the Matt Ryan bandwagon? Yeah.
The Colts are going to run the ball a ton. I think that they're 7-point underdogs, and I get it, but I'm still thinking they're going to keep that game pretty close because the Eagles can't deal with a power run again. So I'm not sure that Ryan throws the ball enough. Mariota, I've got him ranked 11th in my quarterback charts and 9th in upside grade because he's got 72 matchup points, and I think he's going to be able to hit enough passes to augment that running game to be a low-end QB1 just this week because of the buys.
All right, I got a couple of YouTube questions for you. YouTube.com, Sactown Sports 1140. Our friend Simone, who works with the station, she says she's looking for some help with Cooper Kupp going on IR. KC, wide receivers out there that you might be able to help owners with if they have Kupp going to that IR and they're in trouble now.
I know it's you can't replace that production. Obviously, we've even come close, but Allen Robinson and I have some matchups where he can do fair. We can hold up because they're going to have to funnel those targets somewhere. Although the Rams offensive line got another couple of injuries this week. They can Paris Campbell might be a guy in some leagues you can pick. I'm just going over my chart tonight. Darius Slayton, the guy whose roster rate is nowhere near what it should be. He might be available in some leagues. I love his matchup against Detroit this week. But, yeah, the pickings are kind of slim when it comes to the waiver wires because you're getting wide receiver 3s, maybe 4 some of the time because in a lot of leagues there's just not enough depth to go around.
I believe Ramie has a couple here for you, but let me slide one more YouTube question in. Fournette or White in that Tampa backfield?
White, they've already made it clear that White's going to be the guy. Fournette's battling a hip issue, but even when he comes back, the coaching staff has said, yeah, White's going to be our starter. So, Leonard's already lost his gig, so I'm definitely going White.
I'm all out of questions, Nick.
Okay.
I mean, Ramie's all out of questions. His roster is all set.
I've got a couple more here. Quick ones for you, KC. Sure. What's wrong with Mark Andrews? That is Christopher Ryan. Do you kind of bank on Andrews here if he is able to get back on the field this week?
Got him ranked 5th. The issue is an injury, and they maybe want to play it safer than because Isaiah Likely's playing so well. So I don't know if he plays or not.
Lad Barbecue asks, does he go with Herbert or Dak this weekend?
Herbert or Dak this weekend. Herbert's going to be better because he's going to have receivers coming back, but they're going to have to get into a shootout. Minnesota gets into shootouts, so they're going to force Dallas to get into shootouts. I'm going Dak.
One more text. Tyler Higbee or Pat Freiermuth?
Higbee or Freiermuth this week. Freiermuth has a very difficult matchup, but I'm still probably going to take him slightly over Higbee. They're both going to be T2 candidates probably this week.
Thank you, KC. We'll talk to you not next week. Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble. We'll talk to you the week after.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, guys.